Hello everyone, Lorenzo here. Welcome back to iRacing. This week we're gonna be racing in the GT3 Fanatec Challenge at Interlagos. Big shout out to my channel members for picking this week's combination. I'm also really looking forward to this race because I really needed to take a break from IMSA. The past 4 weeks racing in multiclass have completely destroyed my I rating and my safety rating. And I loved this race because it shows the perfect example of how psychology and strategy is so important in racing and in sim racing. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. 80% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're one of those, please consider hitting that button. It really supports me. Alright, enough talk, let's get into it. And alright everybody, here we are on the grid. We're about to start the pace lap. 20 minutes to go, 1600 strength of field race. We're car number 8 and we're starting in P12, so actually my qualifying was quite bad. I did not have a lot of time to practice this week and I made a few mistakes. I think we can definitely get a top 10, but we're gonna have to work for it. So let's see what we can do. Safety car is off.
Okay mate, get ready, relax. Green, let's go.
And off we go.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. Left side. He's still clear left, car left, clear left. Car right. Still there. Still there.
Alright, let's keep him there on the right.
Line. Still there. Clear right.
Yeah.
Car right. Still there.
I think we made the right decision there at turn 1 to stay out.
Car right. Clear right.
Let's tuck him behind him, close the door. We want to avoid the dive bomb here, so let's shut the door. Very dive bomby place there. Yeah, we did a pretty good start in the end. And alright everyone, as you've just heard, we're in P10. We gained 2 positions. We had a really good start. Let's see exactly what happened. Going into turn 1, I held the outside line as there was more space, and also I knew that I could get a better exit out of turn 2. As we approached turn 3, I noticed there was space on my left, so I shifted my Porsche over to the left to close the space, ensuring that Torres behind cannot get alongside me. In the meantime, Emerson Estrella in the green Ferrari had a bad exit out of turn 2, and I took advantage of that, getting alongside him and closing the space so that an overspeeding red Porsche behind us couldn't make a move to overtake both of us. That and a bit of extra defending a couple corners later made sure that we were solidified in P10. And impressively, this was a clean first lap with 0 incidents on track. But as you can imagine, that did not last very long. Let's resume the live action in lap 2. Great battle ensuing ahead between the guys fighting for P5. Oh, and someone's whirring around. These off. I don't understand why this Ferrari is going so slow. He was probably trying to dodge something.
Car right. Right, on your right.
Can we make the move?
Right.
Don't think we can.
Right.
Try not to
Right.
sway out too much there. Think we're still in the same position, except for having gained the freebie. And I didn't notice at the time, but it was actually 2 freebies that we gained here. Manzanaro in the green and black Ferrari moves over to the right and brakes right in front of the number 16 Ferrari. He gets tapped and loses control of his car, collecting the Mercedes of Antonio Jr. in the process. Another 2 positions in the bag, and now we're running in P8. Back to the live action in lap 3 as we're witnessing a very exciting battle between the 2 drivers ahead of us. Looks like Gomez is going to start battling with Lefray ahead. Lefray starting to lose the gap to P6. So he's a little bit slow, but this also means that it'll give us opportunities to attack Gomez. Seems like the tow is working as well. The gap to Estrella behind is a whole 2 seconds now. Lefray is really under attack from Gomez here. I don't think Lefray is gonna be able to hold P6. So let's tuck in behind him.
The car ahead has just done a 1:33.6. That lap time was.
And Gomez has made the move.
Sectors 1 and 3 are good. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. 15 minutes left.
But he's gonna battle back now, and I think that there are there's gonna be possibilities to try and also overtake Lefray ourselves. Like this one now here. I think we got the slightly better exit.
Right side.
But we are gonna be on the outside for the next corner. It might compromise his entry and slow him down though. Yeah, that's not really an overtaking place. And this would be the beginning of a war of attrition, a chess game between myself and Lefray. We have very, very similar pace, and I just couldn't get around him, so I really had to try and wear him down, tire him out, try and put some pressure on him so that he makes a mistake. At the same time, in doing so, I am also putting pressure on myself, and sooner or later, it would not take long until I made a mistake of my own. Check out what happened at the beginning of lap 5. To try and gain some valuable tow again, I made another mistake. Okay, now the mistakes are really starting to mount together. That was a horrible, horrible mistake that I made. I'm just going to hold the defensive line.
Car right. Still there. Clear right. Right side. Right side's clear.
I don't know how, somehow I managed to defend that and retain my position. I really should have practiced more this week, but I just didn't really have the time to. But we're really gonna try and not make a mistake like that again. As you just saw, I ran really deep in turn 1. This made my exit out of turn 2 and onto the straight very slow. I knew that Junior behind was gonna be able to get alongside me on the straight, so I immediately took a confident defensive position. Despite the fact that Junior behind managed to throw me off psychologically and forced me into making a mistake, I decided to show from the beginning that I was going to be confident in my defense. Holding the inside line until the end and being confident and late on the brakes showed him that I was not gonna give up. I put him in a position where he had no other choice but to push in order to get the overtake. Fortunately, he ran himself out of track, and I was able to hold the position. However, unfortunately, due to this battle, I lost about a second and a half to the car ahead. Lefray, who was my original target, is now about 2 seconds clear ahead of me. At this point, I knew that if I wanted to catch up with him, I had to be flawless. 0 mistakes. So I stuck myself into a rhythm and lap after lap chipped away at that gap. In 3 laps, I was right behind him again. At this point, I knew that I had the high ground on him. From a psychological perspective, he saw me close that gap and he knows that I'm quicker than him. This is when I realized that I had to double down on pressure to try and force him into a mistake so that I could gain another position. But our pace is very similar, and I knew that I had to time my move to perfection. I had to be opportunistic to try and do this. I'm faster than Lefray in this section here. I notice this is where I keep gaining on him. But this is really good because we're in draft range again. Unfortunately, just like before, we're not quite close enough to make the move.
Used half your fuel.
But there's still 4 minutes to go, so we need to keep trying. I tried holding it flat this time, coming out of decent axis, but it didn't really give me more speed on exit, unfortunately. Oh, I did well this time. Yeah, he's made the mistake that we've been waiting for.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
But I don't think I can try and spook him a bit.
Left side.
Oh, there we
Still
go.
there. Hold your line. Clear
Yeah,
left.
we did it. We did it.
Oh,
We
that's
did
the
it.
stuff.
We did it. We did it. We did it. So we definitely managed to spook him there, which was my goal. I definitely really enjoyed that. That felt a little bit like a chess game. Finally, after multiple laps of subtle but psychologically scathing work, we managed to achieve our goal. I immediately recognized the opportunity when it presented itself. I trimmed myself aggressively for turn 5, leaving Lefray no choice but to yield. Not only this was extremely satisfying because it took multiple laps to achieve, but I also want to commend Julien Lefray for such an awesome battle and for being such a clean and trustworthy driver. We overtook him on the penultimate lap of this race, so we came back around to the white flag and ended up finishing the race in P7.
P7. And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
Thank you, Jim. I'll take it, guys. We started in P12, finished 5 positions higher than where we started. I wish I could have avoided those 4 X's that I got. They were all teeny tiny off tracks, which are super common here at Interlagos, but still 4 X's out of 17 is still actually a good outcome. It's going to be a positive outcome for our safety rating, as we will see in a moment in the results. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, consider subscribing, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.